They say some doors should never be opened, but tonight, we open one. Welcome to the Room 13 Stories. Let me give you a bit of background first so everything makes sense. My family used to live in this older rental home just outside of Dayton, Ohio. It was a 2-story place with a half-finished basement that we mostly used for storage and laundry. Now, the basement had always given me weird vibes, not in a ghost kind of way, just off, like it was too quiet down there, even when the washing machine was running. But we never had any issues, at least not until the furnace started acting up. It was early November and the weather had just started turning cold. My dad was the type to refuse to turn on the heat until we could see our breath indoors, so when he finally caved, we were all relieved. That relief didn't last long. The first time I noticed something strange was when I went down to grab clean clothes. As I was pulling shirts out of the dryer, I heard a weird clicking noise coming from the furnace room. It sounded mechanical at first, like metal tapping against metal, but it had this weird, irregular rhythm, like it was being done by hand. I thought maybe something was loose inside the unit. I told my dad and he brushed it off, said it was just old pipes expanding or something. Typical dad answer. That night, though, I had trouble sleeping. I kept hearing that clicking sound through the floor. I was on the second floor, right above the basement, and somehow it carried through the house. My brother, who shared the room with me, slept like a rock and didn't notice anything. Over the next few days, the noise got worse. Not just louder, closer, like it was moving, echoing through the vents at random times. Sometimes during dinner, sometimes in the middle of the night. It started to freak me out, but no one else seemed to hear it. One afternoon after school, I was alone at home and decided to go check it out. I brought my phone with me and started recording just in case I caught the noise. I went down the basement stairs slowly. Everything was quiet at first. Then I heard it again. Click, 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 click. It was definitely coming from inside the furnace room. I crept over and turned the knob slowly. The door creaked open and the smell hit me. It wasn't strong, but it was sharp, like rust mixed with damp wood. I stepped inside and looked around. The furnace itself looked fine, nothing obviously broken or leaking. But then I noticed something weird. Behind the furnace, there was a narrow access panel, partially unscrewed. It led to a crawl space that I didn't even know existed. I didn't go in. I don't know why. I just got this overwhelming feeling of don't, like my brain knew something my body didn't. I closed the furnace room door and went back upstairs, heart pounding. I showed the recording to my dad later. Of course, the noise didn't come through clearly, just faint static. He still didn't believe me, said I was scaring myself. The next night, my mom screamed. She'd gone down to put towels in the dryer and said she saw someone move in the furnace room. She swore it was a man, big with long arms and something shiny in his hand. My dad rushed down there with a baseball bat, but no one was there. That was the first time they took me seriously. We called the police. They checked the whole house and didn't find anything. No signs of forced entry. But the back basement window, the one hidden behind the dryer, was unlocked, and there were muddy boot prints in the crawl space. After that, we stopped using the basement completely. My dad bought a lock for the furnace room, and we started doing laundry at my aunt's place down the street. But here's the thing. A week after we stopped going down there, the heat stopped working. My dad went to check the furnace, but found the door already unlocked, even though he kept the key on his nightstand. When he stepped inside, the crawl space panel was wide open, and written in black soot on the wall above the furnace were the words, "I liked the cold." We moved out 3 weeks later. I don't think about that house often, but sometimes, especially when the furnace kicks on late at night. I swear I can still hear that clicking.